I read Never Let Me Go, written by Kazuo Ishiguro. I think that's how you say it. Anyways, Ishiguro wrote his novel in the point of view of a girl named Kathy, who attends a boarding school named Hailsham, with her two friends Ruth and Tommy. They lived at Hailsham for as long as they can remember, taking classes, making friends, and basically living fairly normal lives. Here at Hailsham, they're watched over by guardians, which are their teachers. And they're basically like kind of a parent figure, if I would say so. It's just how I looked at them. It isn't until later that they discover that all the students at Hailsham are actually clones of someone else, including themselves. And these people that their clones are is called models, and the purpose of them was medically groundbreaking because they can be used to treat what were incurable diseases. Hailsham, which is in England, is ran by scientists who were known as guardians, which I mentioned earlier, or teachers at the school. The main researchers would collect artwork that the students at Hailsham produced and to prove, and present them to other medical researchers and try to prove that these clones, which is a controversial belief, had souls. So to prove that they were actually people instead of just a science lab rat or something. And here I am just drawing that teachers are guardians. Sorry for this shaky camera work, but it's okay. Okay, due to Hailsham being such a monumental part of the clones' lives, it acted as a bond or connection between current Hailsham students or alumni, specifically Kathy, Tommy, and Ruth. This is why Hailsham is a motif in Ishiguro's novel, because it's continuously brought up in dialogue and Kathy's own thoughts on how close students remain even after leaving Hailsham. A perfect example would be how Kathy becomes not only Ruth's care, which is a clone who acts like a nurse but doesn't really have any education, but she becomes Tommy's care as well. This is all after requesting to become their carer. Ruth and Tommy Rua are considered donors, which are just clones donating vital parts of their body back to the models, which eventually takes their toll on them and forcing them to complete or die. Anyways, due to growing up with each other at Hailsham, once they were back together, it was like they had never been apart. They constantly reminisced on their Hailsham days and how close it made them when they would just be hanging out in the hospital rooms. Another reason Hailsham formed such a strong bond was because the outside world wanted nothing to do with clones and made them feel different. So allowing clones living away from society and in Hailsham provided them with a happier life. Later on, Hailsham was closed down due to a lack of funding from interested parties. After discovering this, the three seemed not as close and the bond not as strong. Ruth completed first, leaving Kathy to care for Tommy, who then completed next, which left Kathy by herself and to continue on with her life without the magic of Hailsham, only a few shattered memories.